Hey, it's an animate series. Okay. Oh, he's got the PMBOK. Must be a mirror involved. It's back to front. Okay, so what he's going to do with this thing here. Okay, so he's going to map the 49 processes from page 25. Okay, develop the project charter and identify the stakeholders. That makes sense. And then what's he doing? Okay, plan scope management, plan schedule management, plan cost management, and develop the project management plan. Okay, so create this thing from the organization process assets if they exist. And oh, that's clever. Yeah, that's clever. Okay, and then they're affected by the enterprise environment factors like COVID in this case, but obviously other factors. Oh, and then you can collect the requirements, of course, from the stakeholders, and then you can define the scope and create the scope statement, and then create the first baseline, the work breakdown structure. So create the work breakdown structure. Okay, I see where this is going. Define the activities, of course, and then you can sequence those activities, and then you need to estimate the activity durations independently, I suppose. That's what he's showing here. But to do that, you need to plan resource management, okay? And then estimate the activity resources. That makes sense. If you have cranes and helicopters and better people, it's going to be a shorter duration, and then you can develop the schedule. There's your second baseline. And then, of course, you estimate the costs based on the work breakdown structure. That makes sense. And then determine the budget. I like that verb, determine the budget. Oh, and then we're getting into, you can see the numbers. So this was plan quality management, plan communications management. And so the numbers are the chapters in the PMBOK. Plan risk management, identify the risks, 2 types of analysis, qualitative and quantitative. And then plan risk responses, the mitigate and transfer and all those kind of, and for opportunities as well as threats. Okay, plan procurement management, of course, and then plan stakeholder engagement. You got it right, that's good. So it's the engagement that we're planning here and the levels of engagement. Okay, and that's called planning. 24 process of the 49 there. And then this is initiating only 2. So initiating answers why, and planning really answers how. Okay, that's interesting. And now he's moving into executing, say direct and manage project execution, like the orchestra conductor, nicely done. And then we produce the deliverables. Now manage project knowledge. Okay, very clever. This is where we do the updates to the information. Acquire the resources, develop the team and manage the team. So the humans, we develop the team and we manage the team. And now you kind of run around with the other ones that, remember, we don't execute the scope or the schedule or the cost, but we do need to manage the quality. We say assure the quality, manage the communications, implement the risk responses that we identified in planning, conduct procurements, of course, and then manage stakeholder engagement, okay, and that's called executing, okay. The main output there will be deliverables and data becomes information in this one. So now we're in controlling and monitoring. So this is monitor and control project work. And then the other one, I suppose, in integration, perform integrated change control. Very good, so that's quite interesting then. And you kind of run around the knowledge areas now. So we have 1 for each of the knowledge areas and 2 for scope. So we control the schedule, control the scope, and then validate the scope. Okay, validate the scope gives us acceptance of the deliverables, and then we can close the project. So that's very interesting. Okay, control the cost as well. Of course, we've got to do the forecasts and the earned value stuff. And then I see him looking at planning there. So, okay, control the quality. That gives us the verified deliverables. So now they're verified, they can become validated, and we can close the project. Then you kind of run around the other ones. Yeah, it's not far to go now. Almost there. So you've got to control the resources. The non-human resources, not the humans. That's part of executing. The joke in PMBOK, we don't control the resources, we execute them. Monitor communications, monitor stakeholder engagement, control procurements, of course. And he's got the last one there, which is monitor communications, monitor stakeholders, monitor risks. So we monitor the risks. We don't control them because we have an activity in executing. So smiley face. There is a logic in PMBOK. This is the logic in PMBOK. Hope you enjoyed it.
Project organizing device. Welcome to the pod.